Imagine a young woman in the early 20th century navigating the bustling streets of New York City with a dream and a jar of homemade skincare cream. This was Josephine Esther Menser, later known as Estee Lauder. Armed with a belief in her product and a relentless passion for beauty, she would visit beauty salons, demonstrating her creams on customers. Her relentless determination and personal touch not only sold her products but laid the foundation for what would become one of the world's most iconic beauty brands. This is the story of Estee Lauder, a visionary leader who transformed an idea into a global empire, shaping the beauty industry as we know it today. And welcome back to Leaders, a podcast dedicated to exploring the best leaders this world has ever seen. Episode 35 here, we will be covering the beauty entrepreneur and CEO, Estee Lauder, who built an empire in the space and is looked at as one of the great female business leaders of the business time. And really, from a leader standpoint, to become a great leader, you have to study the ones who have been great leaders. And that's why this podcast exists, is to give you insights into all of the different leadership styles, career paths, and different leadership decisions that a lot of these great business leaders have done in years past, and how can you then take a lot of these learnings and apply it to your own leadership principles. And so, to begin, Estee Lauder, in her early beginnings, is really trying to just learn the trade. So take us back into the 1920s, 1930s to kind of carve out her defining career moments and rise to becoming what she had become and built within the Estee Lauder companies. So learning the trade and getting exposed to beauty products. She was introduced to the world of skincare by her uncle, John Schatz, who was a chemist who created creams and lotions, and that really sparked a lot of her interest in cosmetics. In this case, she started really small and began selling those products to beauty salons and friends, gaining hands-on experience in both sales and product promotion from that, right? She then goes on to establish the brand, so founding of Estee Lauder Incorporated, and the company formation with Estee and her husband, Joseph, founded that with 4 products: cleansing oil, skin lotion, super rich all-purpose cream, and cream pack. And from this founding, she used leadership tactics and innovative marketing strategies, such as giving away free samples to introduce her products to a broader audience. And with that broader audience became expansion and growth. So in 1953, she launched Youth Dew. So it's a breakthrough product, and it was a bath oil that doubled as a perfume, which was a game changer. And that transformed the company's fortunes by appealing to women's desire for luxury at an affordable price. So that positioning was really all about market strategy and not just being a fragrance, but an everyday luxury, setting the stage for future successes that she would build in her business. 1960 saw the international expansion of their company, and that would be the first overseas account that they had, opening that at Harrods in London. This move marked the beginning of their global expansion and really the building of a global brand, and so focused really on maintaining high standards, ensuring that the products met the taste and needs of those different markets. Establishing a legacy later in the 60s, so the launch of Clinique. Clinique was launched as a dermatologist-developed, allergy-tested, and fragrance-free line of skincare products, and it was a revolutionary approach at the time and expanded company's market. The introduction of that white-coated consultants in stores also helped to build trust and credibility with consumers. So again, more innovative marketing techniques employed by Lauder. 1985 saw the company go public via IPO, and that saw further expansion and innovation for the company. It provided them the capital also to grow and diversify. She ensured that her family remained involved in the business too, with her sons Leonard and Ronald taking on significant roles. And one of the books leveraged here for a lot of the research was actually formed by her son Leonard's experience, and it kind of acts as a dual of his experiences while also covering off on a lot of the leadership and career of his mother, Estee. In the 1990s, they faced some challenges and adaptations with the brand, and so facing competition and innovating, increased competition in the beauty industry, really from both established brands and new entrants. Based on that, they continued to innovate, also acquired a bunch of different brands, including MAC Cosmetics, Bobbi Brown, and La Mer, to stay competitive, expand that market presence. This continued up until her passing in 2004, leaving behind a legacy of really innovation quality, strong brand identity, as well as the leadership qualities that we will set out to outline here shortly. And a lot of those defining moments throughout this time period probably were in the founding of, again, 1946, the launch of that bigger product in 1953, expanding globally in the 60s, and then going public in the 80s were really the catapults for a lot of what had happened through her career. And so let's go into now a lot of what shaped her leadership style. And let's first start with the companies as a whole have adopted and been influenced by her sort of leadership style. And today, the Estee Lauder companies has a leadership style called leading from every chair that encourages employees to take ownership and lead regardless of their role or level. That philosophy is based on the belief that people are the company's greatest strength and that each employee can contribute to excellence and superior experiences for consumers. The company also focuses on education and continuous learning to help employees adapt to change and create trends. So Estee, another quality that she set out to is to really establish high standards. And so believing in the personal power of grooming and presentation, insisted that the products be made to reflect the highest quality ingredients. She had also mentored female entrepreneurs, so she's known for hiring and promoting women in leadership positions. 59% of vice president positions and above at the company are held by women right now. And being approachable, she was willing to share her insights and advice with others. So definitely more personable and close to the employees. She also had, definitely as some of these other leaders had, visionary leadership. So she demonstrated a strong focus on long-term goals and a clear vision for that company. Her entrepreneurial spirit, coupled with the ability to innovate in the industry, showcased her forward-looking approach. She also was instrumental in creating and marketing new products, guiding the team toward achieving those objectives, emphasizing the importance of the end goal and business strategies. That leadership was pivotal in transforming from something that really started really small into that global cosmetics empire. She had a clear vision for the brand and its potential in that vision, and that was part of that vision too was luxury skincare and makeup products accessible to women worldwide. The example of her being relentlessly pursuing that, of expanding internationally, laying the foundation for her global presence today. She did have a hands-on approach. She was actively involved in the development and marketing of products. We have talked in the past about differing styles here, hands-off versus hands-on leadership. Definitely varying degrees of success, whether which one you employ. And she was certainly hands-on and personally demonstrating, promoting her products, often engaging directly with customers and retailers. She would personally conduct beauty demonstrations in department stores to showcase those products. She also had a commitment to quality, so she prioritized that in the business, ensuring they were not only effective but also luxurious, using high-quality ingredients and innovative formulations. She also valued personal relationships and relationship building, stronger connections with those customers, retailers, employees, and an entrepreneurial spirit. So she was a true entrepreneur, seeking those new opportunities, innovations within marketing, not afraid really to take risks. She launched different product lines, entered new markets, and really found success with embracing that. She also led by example. So she was known for dedicating her work to high standards and working hard to building it into a global brand for that tireless work ethic. She believed in the power of personal grooming and expected her employees to follow suit and present themselves in a professional manner. But she knew that if she wanted them to do so, she must do so first. She also mentored those female entrepreneurs, so she believed in that potential of women, committed to them, helping them succeed. She did that by offering them opportunities to work at the Estee Lauder companies. She was known for hiring and promoting women in leadership positions and actively involved in mentoring, advising those women, member of several organizations too that supported those entrepreneurs. She was also a member of the Women President's Organization, a global organization that provides support and resources for women business owners, and a founding member of the Women's Business Development Council, a nonprofit that helps women start and grow their businesses. In addition, really approachable, willing to share her insights and with others. There is kind of a final hallmark of her leadership style, and that comes in the form of what is famous within Estee Lauder, and that is Lauderisms, or 15 different rules as advice to aspiring entrepreneurs that she mentioned in her 1985 autobiography. And these, she felt, were part the ticket to her success. And so let's go over the 15 here quickly. Number 1 was find the proper location. 2, when you're angry, never put it in writing. 3, you get more bees with honey. 4, keep your own image straight in your mind. 5, keep an eye on the competition. 6, divide and rule. 7, learn to say no. 8, trust your instincts. 9, act tough. 10, acknowledge your mistakes. 11, write things down. 12, hire the best people. 13, break down barriers. 14, give credit where credit is due. And 15, train the best sales force. So a combination of a lot of the different qualities that we have described within her in being innately from the personality standpoint and instinctual, tough, get the right people from a talent perspective. And so while it was a great run and career path with Estee Lauder in her global empire of building that beauty company, she did face some challenges along the way in her career. And first with that was initial struggles with brand recognition. So the challenge there being when she first started, she struggled to get the products noticed in a crowded market dominated by more established brands. Lesson there being with persistence and innovation, she helped to give away free samples to women at beauty salons, which helped a lot and was at that time was a novel marketing strategy. So that helped her gain traction there. She did have some product launch failures, so not all of them were successful. Some products didn't resonate. She adapted, and with customer feedback, which she valued tremendously, those helped her to be willing to adapt and learn to pivot quickly and focus on improving products based on those preferences. It did end up growing into a global empire, but she did also face expansion challenges. So expanding internationally, including cultural differences and local market dynamics, was challenging at times. And so she understood the need for thorough market research, cultural sensitivity, tailoring the marketing strategies and product lines to suit different markets, emphasizing the importance of understanding local consumers. Competition from major brands, too. So the major brands were a constant challenge. Brand differentiation, quality is really the lesson that she took from that. She taught her the value of differentiating the brand through superior quality, unique value proposition. Maintaining high standards for the product, too, was essential, helping to build that loyal customer base. Financial constraints as well. So in the early days, financial resources limited, making it difficult to scale. She was definitely resourceful and was forced to be making strategic investments, reinvesting profits back into the business to fuel growth, demonstrating prudent kind of financial management within that. Also, the ability to kind of balance the creativity and business acumen. So balancing her creative vision with the practical aspects of actually running the business proved to be challenging as well. Collaboration and delegation. She recognized the importance of partnering with business-savvy individuals, including her husband, Joseph, to complement her creative strengths with the strong business acumen. And finally, navigating economic downturns, as we've seen through a lot of these longer careered, tenured, successful business leaders. There are going to be times where there's economic downturn and market fluctuation, and the strongest leaders are able to navigate those. And so resilience and some long-term planning, focusing on still building a strong brand through those times, helped her keep the company from folding and failing in that time. So sustainability and steady growth were foundations of that. And finally, we opened with how she got introduced to kind of the beauty skincare world, and one of the sort of mentors that helped guide her was her uncle, John Schatz, a chemist, and he was perhaps her most influential mentor, introducing her really to the world of skincare and cosmetics by teaching her how to create those creams and lotions. So shortly after World War I erupted, he came to live with the family, and he was a chemist and specializing in making his own secret skincare products, and he set up a makeshift lab in their tiny stable behind their house and began concocting his creams with young Estee at his side. And Estee says, "I recognize in my Uncle John my true path. I watched and learned." So that early exposure sparked her interest, laid the foundation for her future business. Florence Nightingale Graham, Elizabeth Arden, was a pioneering businesswoman in the cosmetics industry. While maybe not a direct mentor, her success and approach to the beauty business served as an inspiration for her. And Arden's had a focus on luxury and quality, as well as her establishment of a comprehensive brand, influencing her own business strategies. Helena Rubinstein was another contemporary in the beauty industry, known for her sort of scientific approach to cosmetics, and that emphasis on research and innovation in beauty products inspired her to adopt similar principles in her own company, ensuring that quality and effectiveness were always prioritized. Her husband and business partner, Joseph Lauder, was not only the business partner, but a significant source of support and guidance. He provided business acumen, operational support, complementing her creative and marketing skill sets. That partnership was crucial in building their brand. Her mother, too, Rose Schatz Rosenthal, played a pivotal role in shaping her values and work ethic. Rose's emphasis on personal grooming and her encouragement of interest in beauty set the stage for her career. Her mother's entrepreneurial spirit also influenced Estee's determination and ambition. And finally, Jacques Leonard. So Leonard was a marketing consultant who worked with Estee Lauder in the early days of her business, and he provided valuable marketing insights and strategies that helped her sort of establish a strong brand presence and reach a wider audience. And so with that, a shorter episode today, but nonetheless a great leader to highlight in Estee Lauder, episode 35, a large player in the beauty empire and a lasting legacy within this space as well as within her leadership style in the form of those Lauderisms amongst other qualities that she exhibited. And so definitely a leader to be studied and will be continued to be remembered as a pioneer within the field, as within the form of great women entrepreneurs and great women business leaders. And so with that, thank you for listening today on the Leaders Podcast about Estee Lauder, and we will be back here soon for episode 36. Thanks for listening.